Guns are flying off store shelves at unprecedented levels and are on pace to set a record. Our news partner CNN reports FBI background checks last month hit an all-time high. Tonight, Channel 4's Scott Johnson spoke with our crime and safety analyst and with a local gun rights activist about this spike in sales. Scott.
Well, proponents of gun rights, Mary, say that guns could start flying off the shelves at gun stores, and it is an indication of the mood of many Americans. Just last month, the FBI conducted more than 1.85 million background checks for guns. That doesn't mean there were that many gun sales, but it does mean a lot of people are considering purchasing one. This is not a surprise to Eric Friday. He's lead counsel with the gun rights group Florida Carry.
Take away from that, there are a lot of people who have decided that they want to exercise their right to keep and bear arms, and a lot of them are new gun owners.
Mass shootings in the past few years have helped drive gun sales. For instance, Smith & Wesson showed quarterly sales soar by 40%, while Ruger saw sales jump 19%. Friday says this should send a message to lawmakers. Of course, Friday supports pro-gun rights policies.
I think they should take away from this the fact that those gun owners vote, and those gun owners vote consistently for pro-gun candidates. And if they don't understand the numbers coming out of the background checks, they might see numbers that surprise them at the ballot box.
Gun control is a constant issue among politicians, and I talked to News4JAX crime and safety analyst Gil Smith about this. He says the Orlando Pulse nightclub massacre brought it back to the forefront after it was learned that the killer had at one point been on the terrorist watch list, but was legally allowed to buy a gun years later.
People that are on the FBI watch list, or the Joint Terrorism Task Force watch list, any of these lists where you may have potential terrorists on them, that once they've come off of these lists, then these people can go ahead and purchase weapons. I know there's been a push to include people who are not on the list but who were once on the list to do a further investigation of these people if they decide to purchase weapons.
Now, I asked Eric Friday about that. He's with Florida Carry, which is similar to the NRA. They're just a state-level group. About this whole terrorist watch list thing, they do not support taking someone's right to bear arms away, even if they've been on an FBI watch list or a terror watch list, but have not committed a crime. He says they have some mistrust of what they referred to as secret government lists. He says it's a slippery slope if you start removing constitutional rights if someone has not been adjudicated guilty of a felony. We're live tonight. Scott Johnson, Channel 4, the local station.